Hey love, so I'm going to make a video about how I'm studying while I have to travel during nursing school. This weekend on Saturday is my best friend's wedding and I leave to go to Florida on Thursday and I will be back on Sunday. Now, Monday through Wednesday I actually have classes, so it worked out perfectly so I don't have to worry about taking any time off of class. So I would say, going into things, if you know you're going to travel a lot, try to make a class schedule that will work for you, that you do not miss days. Missing a lecture is not huge because, if they post your lectures or you can get your notes from someone, that's not a big deal. But missing clinicals and labs, you definitely don't want to miss clinicals because that's an experience that you can't get back. And lab, I don't know about your school, but sometimes our school, they give us more work to do than it would have been if you actually went that day. So try not to miss those days. So that being said, what I'm doing is I'm traveling during days that I do not have class, and I'm coming back on an early flight on Sunday. That way I can be well prepared for Monday, which is my next clinical. So what I've been doing is reading the chapters that I need. I read the chapter for this week and then I read it for next week, and I've started making a study guide, and I will continue to do that and add to the study guide as the week goes on. But then on Thursday when I leave, I'm debating on if I'm going to bring my iPad or my laptop. Both of them have the book on it, but if I bring my iPad, I can just read, and I can take a few notes, but it's not as easy typing up notes on an iPad, to me personally. Or I could take my laptop and I will have the book on it, and then I can also type in my notes as well, which is great because then I can kind of do two things at once and just get it done. But when you're flying, definitely have your book or something that you can study on the plane. Because any time that you have that's downtime, that you're not doing anything, is the best time for you to study, because that's always a way for you to get in a little bit more knowledge that can, maybe increase your points by 1 or 2. So I would definitely say have something with you to study. On the plane, I'm going to bring a highlighter. I'm going to bring my study guide, and most likely it'll probably be my laptop so that I can be really efficient, because I have my next exam is not next week, but I think it's 2 weeks from Monday. It's April 28th, I think, is my next exam. So I want to study as much as possible. Also, what a good thing for you to bring is index cards. That way you can quiz yourself on it. And lectures. If you are allowed to record lectures, then I suggest you bringing that on the plane so you can listen to it as well. Our school does not allow us to record lectures, so what I have with me is just my notes that I take from class and the PowerPoints that they post as well. So I'll do that, and then also I'll probably bring maybe an NCLEX book to do test questions, because my flight, I think it's about 2 hours, so it'll give me some time to not only study, but I can also practice my questions as well. So that's the one thing I'm definitely going to do. I don't know what else to really help you guys to study, but one thing I did want to say is if you take an exam and you get the question wrong, but you know that the question is right, or that if the question was worded differently, you would have answered it in a better way. If you think that you have something to really justify why you answer the question the way you did, don't be scared to mention it to your teachers. Teachers can be really reasonable, and they do understand. And for instance, I originally had an 80, and my grade was upgraded to an 82 because there was a test question on the exam that gave medication, and it was saying it was like 4 milliliters or so. So in my mind, yes, 4 milliliters does seem like a lot to give to an infant. However, they didn't list the concentration of the medication. So I did ask one of the teachers. I was like, the concentration wasn't listed. If it was, then I would have answered the question differently. I would have chose that 4 milliliters was too much if I knew the concentration. And they took that into consideration and gave the test question back to everybody. So I would say, if you feel as though you can find something in your book that is actually assigned, or from their PowerPoints, or something that they said, I would use that to justify the reason why you answered the way you did. Now, this may not always work, but I think it's better to ask than not to, because the worst they could say is no, and that's just what it is. But, having the initiative and not being afraid to ask can always help you. So I'm glad that I did say something, because I did get those points back. And if people who really know me, they know that I probably tried with a few more. I did try to ask them a few more questions to see if I could possibly get points back. It didn't happen, but the one question back was good enough for me. So don't be afraid to speak up, and definitely ask people what they thought, see if there's a general consensus, and see if everybody answered the question the way in which you did because of the way it was answered. And if it is, then don't be afraid to mention it to them and see what they say. So as this week goes on, I'll definitely update this video more, tell you guys what else I'm doing to help me study. But yeah, so I hope all is going well, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey love, so I'm just going to shoot a quick video for you guys. I'm at the airport. I did bring my nurse's school stuff with me. What I did for school is I typed up all my notes and I brought my iPad that has my book on it. So while I'm on the plane, I will study and I will add notes to it. My exam is in 2 weeks, so it gives me enough time to cover all the material because I've typed up all of my notes that I need for it. So now I'll just be going in to fill in the rest of the knowledge. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Just shoot me a question and I'll answer you guys as soon as I can. Check in with you guys later. Bye.